Welcome back to the countertop. In a previous Cocktails with Squib video, I tried out Gentleman Jack for the first time. It's different than Jack Daniel's Old No. 7. It's not bad, but it's just different. And I wondered what it would be like in a cocktail. So I went to the Jack Daniel's website and I found a recipe for a Gentleman's Manhattan. I shot a video where I followed that recipe to include using Jack Daniel's Tennessee cocktail bitters for the first time ever. I ended up scrapping that video because I just didn't like this rendition of a Manhattan. I did some playing around with it, and I think I found something that I would recommend. So in this Cocktails with Squib video, I'll be making that, my version of a Gentleman's Manhattan. So before I mix up the drink, let me talk about Jack Daniel's Tennessee cocktail bitters. I actually tried that out compared to the normal Angostura bitters that I have used in the past. And I have to say that it's not as pungent. It's got a little bit more of a chemical aftertaste as well. Bitters isn't something you'd normally try out by itself, but it is definitely different. I'll include a link to Amazon.com where I purchased this. Also, I found out that Gentleman Jack is available in more than just a fifth. It's also available in a pint and a half pint, as you can see here on the countertop. And they're all in glass. As some of you may know, I don't like liquor in plastic. I've made a few videos where I've made fun of it in the past, and I have a few ideas for some videos that I might make in the future where I've got some alcohol that's in a plastic container. But it's kind of nice to know that this is available in smaller sizes in glass, the way it should be. I'll include the recipe for a Gentleman's Manhattan from the website in the description section below, as well as a link to jackdaniels.com. It calls for 1.5 ounces of Gentleman Jack, ½ ounce of sweet vermouth, ½ ounce of dry vermouth, and some dashes of Jack Daniel's Tennessee cocktail bitters. In my opinion, Gentleman Jack is so smooth that 1.5 ounces really doesn't work well for this cocktail. I would recommend 2 or 3 ounces. In this case, I'm going to use 3 ounces. Also, using both vermouths just didn't seem to work well for me. I think that if I delete the dry vermouth and just go with the sweet vermouth, I'll get a better overall taste. So I'll be starting off with a shaker that's half full of ice cubes. Using my jigger to measure, I'll add 3 ounces of Gentleman Jack to the shaker. Half an ounce of sweet vermouth. And 3 dashes of Jack Daniel's Tennessee cocktail bitters. Now I'll stir it for 10 seconds. And I was going to strain it into a rocks glass like I did in the original video, but I think I'm going to use a martini glass. The reason I went with the martini glass is because it calls for 2 cherries as a garnish. So I decided to put them on one of these sword toothpicks because I know that'll probably irritate Patriot in the dark. In a rocks glass, it doesn't set in there that well, and I wanted to try out the martini glass in this video to see if that helped. Now to try out the cocktail. Much better, much better. I'm getting more of the whiskey than anything else, which wasn't what was happening following the recipe on the website. So I'm presenting Squib's Gentleman's Manhattan as an option for those out there who maybe really don't like vermouth too much. I happen to like vermouth, but following the website's recipe, that's just way too much in my opinion. This, for me, is much better. Thanks for watching.